generation. I'm Atitag. I'm in the 5th semester of PBI Sanata Dharma University. In this occasion, I will practice my speaking skill that is about persuasive speech. So let's get started. So before I deliver my speech, I have 2 questions for you. Is there any one of you doing exercise every day?
No.
Do you agree that exercise is good for your body?
Yes.
Yes, exercise is a kind of physical activity that is structured and repetitive for some purpose in any part of the body, which is improve our health and maintain our physical fitness. World Health Organization state that physical activity has been identified as the 4th leading risk factor for global mortality. Being active has many benefits for our body, both physically and mentally. Exercises are generally grouped into several types: aerobic, strength exercises, balance exercises, and flexibility exercises. And each of them has different benefits of our body. Okay, talking about the benefits of exercise, here are several reasons why we need to do exercise. It can increase our energy, control our weight, and good for preventing many diseases. So, let's go to the first reason. Exercise can increase our energy. Did you know that regular exercise can affect your mind and your mental well-being? People who exercise regularly have more energy throughout the day, sleep better at night, have sharper memory, and feel more relaxed. Second reason is exercise can control our weight. All food has a calorie value. When you do exercise, you burn your calories in your body. One thing about exercise is that it raises your metabolic rate not only while you are doing the exercise, but your body will burn the calories after 2 hours you have stopped exercising. And the last reason is exercise is good for preventing many diseases. Lack of physical activity is one of the factors people has a disease. As we get older, our muscles become weaker and less capable of doing many things. We need to stay active to do the resulting in loss of muscles. Building strong muscles and increasing bone density will enhance your quality of life. To sum up my speech, exercising is one of the important things in our life. Your body needs to exercise, needs to be active. It can increase your energy and mood, maintain overweight, and the important thing is it will keep you healthy. Doing a simple exercise is better than doing nothing. No matter what activity you choose, make a small change in your daily life routine can make a big difference in your future life. Let's be a healthy people by have a regular exercise at least a half hour each day. I'm Atitag, thank you.
Yay! Hello, my name is Yusnia, and I'm the student of PBI Sanata Dharma University, and I'm here to practice my public speaking skills. So, let's get started. First, it can cause malnutrition in animals. Animals with malnutrition become malnourished and shows various signs. Malnutrition is defined as an imbalance of nutrition and include both nutrition defenses and nutrition excesses. We often found that animals don't have an ideal body weight. Nutrition is really one of those unsung issues that should radically change how we address both chronic and acute disease, said Catherine Grace, the Director of Strategic Initiative at the healthcare nonprofit PATH. When malnutrition happens, it will lead animals to a serious health problem, and the worst thing is they will die. One survey of school-age children in the United States found that 30% admitted to committing some form about animal cruelty. From the data, most researchers agree that neglect that the cases of animal abuse is the majority of cruelty. Neglect occurs when an owner fails to provide the animals adequate food, shelter, and water. Second, animal abuse can make them become temperamental. Emotional abuse is far more difficult to see. But people don't understand and they always blame animals first. They don't know that animals can have the bad experience in the past. McMillan notes, woefully little is known about the long-term psychological effects of animal abuse. Often the history of animal is unknown, and we cannot ask them about their past experience. Emotional harms actually hurts more than physical harms. Emotional harms can make animals become sensitive to something. They need a long time to suffer after they have been rescued, and sometimes they can be traumatized for the rest of their lives. Take the example of Suman, 6-year-old elephant, living in Sharkless, hidden away from authorities and her mother. Suman has been through so much. She was born into an abusive circus, then sold to a cruel owner in Jaipur. She deserves to live happily and free. Third, animal abuse can make animal extinct. There are lots of cases about whale hunting and it makes the population decreasing. Usually they do it to make a craft or sell it to others because animal trading has the big profit. Rasio Ridosani, Kementerian Lingkungan Hidup dan Kehutanan, said lots cases of whale hunting was posted on social media, and it shows that people don't have an awareness about the animals that should be protected. If the whale hunting keep going, it will disrupt the food chains. For example, African elephant has an important site to balance ecosystem of tropical rainforest in the Middle Africa. But because of the whale hunter, the elephant need a century to recover themselves from hunter attacks, according to study of WCS that centered in New York. Animal abuse is wrong because it causes malnutrition in animals, makes animals become temperamental, and makes animals extinct. They should not have to suffer every day. Animal abuse is cruel, should not be done, and is a horrible act of violence to commit. So stop animal abuse from now. It's our job to protect them. Don't do horrible things to them because they are such a beautiful creatures to be loved. Don't be passive on this problem and just watch the animal diet increasing. Let's make a change and make this world become a better place. Not just for human life too, but also for animals' life too. Thank you.
Hello good people, my name is Yovita Mahrum. I am a student of PBI in Sanata Dharma University. I have a project to make persuasive speech from my lecturer. So, let's start it. Hello everyone, I wanna ask you 2 questions. Are you bored with grammar, writing, and reading?
Yes.
Would you like to find a more fun and entertaining method to improve your English?
Yes,
of course.
of course. Yes.
I believe you guys will have the same answer, right? When I was a student in 2nd grade in junior high school, I didn't like studying English at all because I thought that English is very difficult to learn. Until the time my teacher shared about her experience in learning English. She said that she loves English when she was 13 years old. Her father loved to play English songs and it made her love English songs too. She shared and she learned more from the songs such as vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, and the context of the lyric. After sharing her experience in the class, she played an English song from Westlife. The song is I Have a Trip. She gave us lyrics of the songs and we read them together after her. It was so enjoyable. From that time, I love English and I love to learn English. Today, I want to explain to you why we should use English songs in English learning process. There are 3 benefits of using English songs in learning English, such as it can improve students in vocabulary, give learners perfect pronunciation models, and make learners more enjoyable in learning English. The first benefit of using English songs is it can improve students' vocabulary. Vocabulary is one element of language that should be learned and taught. It will be hard to master the language without mastering or understanding a certain number of vocabularies. Almost any article or book that talks about music in the classroom is sure to mention its high memorability. Songs expose students to wide vocabulary related to a theme. You listen over and over again throughout your daily life. Once you learn them, they are going to stay with you, and you are going to review over and over just because you enjoy the music, which are pleasant to listen. If you learn one song per week for a year, it means you learn around 52 songs full of new vocabulary and phrases. The second benefit is it can give students perfect pronunciation models. As you learn to sing them, you are practicing your pronunciation, you are imitating native speakers, and you're learning how to speak better. The rhythm naturally leads to better pronunciation, better intonation, and more fluency. Last but not least, English songs would surely bring students enjoy learning English. In the past, students learned English mainly from textbook, often this was a boring, frustrating experience that needed inner motivation, passion, and commitment. Motivation is a vital element in effective learning. Low and Lee in 1998 states that songs provide a break from classroom routine, and that learning English through songs develop a non-threatening classroom atmosphere in which the four language skills can be enhanced. Recently, more learners tend to listen to English songs as a media to improve their English. They feel learning English in this manner is more enjoyable and relaxing. They can learn English happily through music. In conclusion, listening English songs is a useful and interesting way to learn English because it can improve learners' vocabulary, give learners perfect pronunciation models, and make learners more enjoyable in learning English. So, let's use English songs in English learning process to make us better in English. To close my speech today, I have a quote about dream like song from Westlife. I believe all you here have a dream. I just want to say, just follow your dream, believe in yourself, and don't give up. Thank you!
Hello everyone, I'm Adeltruda Dwita and today I want to practice my public speaking skills, and my topics of my speech is single-sex schools. So enjoy! Boys and girls, it is good when see them together, but sometimes they are better to be separated in several aspects, especially in education. What do you think? What will happen if you enter the school that all of the students have the same sex with you? What happens when students study in the school with only those of their own gender? I'm Adele, and I'm the alumna of single-sex schools. And in this opportunity, I will share about my experiences when I be one of the students of single-sex schools, and make you rethinking about the existence of single-sex schools. Because some people haven't known and understand about the benefit of single-sex schools. They think that single-sex school is not fair because it differentiates girls and boys and anything else. And maybe some of you is the one of them. I don't know. So, the age-old debate around single-sex schools versus mixed schools is back on the educational agenda once more, with experts from across the education sector still divided on the subject. Some people don't realize about the benefit of single-sex schools, but actually there are some benefits. Why are single-sex schools good for education, especially for girls? So, the first benefit is single-sex school makes students be independent person. So, just like you have known that in single-sex school, all the students are girls, so we have to deal with everything by ourselves. The next reason is single-sex schools allow students to explore their academic pursuit without fear of impressing their other gender. In their schools, they can cater to inherent learning differences between the genders. Both sexes are likely to have higher self-esteem. And the school test research found that 75% of pupils at single-sex schools achieve 5 good GCSEs compared to just 55% in mixed schools. So they are built to have strong self-confidence. And according to Miss Shipman and Miss Kai, two of her callers mentioned their experiences at a girls' school. Both stated they never questioned their competence and confidence. For them, it was an equal opportunity, but every opportunity. All the leaders, team captains, editors, actors, and class officers were female, and taking action is expected, so they can express themselves freely without feeling shy. In her book, Same, Different, Equal, and Rethinking Single-Sex Schooling, Rosemary Solomon of St. John's University said, all girls setting seems to provide girls a comfort level that helps them develop greater self-confidence and broader interests, especially as they approach adolescence. After that, if they have stronger self-confidence, single-sex school can help students to participate more often, boosting their confidence and succeeding in the academic environment. And according to the behavioral expert at the CRC Health Group, students in single-sex school often feel more comfortable participating in class. The more they participate, the more confident they will become in their academic endeavors and their own ability to contribute to the class. Next reason is single-sex school can get the most out of lesson time and enhance the learning experience for their students. Many educational experts believe that girls and boys have different learning needs, and that in single-sex school, teachers can use particular techniques designed specifically to suit the gender of their school. By using gender-specific teaching techniques, staff at single-sex schools can get the most out of lesson time and enhance the learning experience for their students. And the last but not least, single-sex school can make the student more fulfilling career. In single-sex school, girls take over all the position of leadership, whether it's drama, sport, yearbook, or debating. After 10 years of studying sexism in classroom, Professor Mira and David Sadker conclude that girls stay confident and learn more in single-sex schools, where girls are players, not audience. In conclusion, single-sex school is not about how the school differentiates the gender, but they differentiate the student's gender for the good aspect and good purposes, especially how to reach the goal of learning. So, let's consider about the benefit of single-sex school. That's all for me, and thank you for your attention. See you!
Hello future teacher, I'm Nuarita and I'm a student of PBI Sanata Dharma University, and here I will practice my public speaking skill, so I hope you enjoy. Firstly, I will to tell you about my experience. When I was in elementary school, I don't like English language. because English language is very difficult to understand, and there are too many materials that should be understood, and it can influence to my score, which is bad. But when I was in junior high school, I got a funny teacher, and it can gain my motivation to learn English more, and it also influenced to my final exam score, which is better than my elementary school score in final exam. As you know, in this modern era, English is actively used in almost all aspects and all things. But you know, most of vocational high school students are not interested in learning English. But we know that English will be very useful for their future later. And as a future teacher, we need to gain our students' motivation to interested in learning English. And I'm Nuarita. Standing here will be explained and will invite you to apply 3 learning strategies to gain motivation, to gain our students' motivation to be interested in learning English. The first strategy is make English practical. It means that you as a teacher, you need to make English material are not too complicated. With the aim to make students not to think too much. So for example, you can using a media. You give the materials to your students about time. You can use the real clock to explain to your students, and it makes students to understand easier what are materials you already explained to them. The second strategy, please make your class become fun. As a teacher, don't make your class to be so serious, because it will make your students will be boring, and fun class will increase your students' motivation to learning English. Maybe you need to, or for example, you can use social media. You can use Instagram, and in Instagram, you can ask them to find any accounts that maybe will help them to learn English. For example, Skinny Fabs account. Skinny Fabs can help them to learn how to pronounce each word. And the second account is from Mr. Dennis. Mr. Dennis' account will help your students to understand the materials about chapter. And maybe this is the last but not least, from 9gag account. In 9gag account, your students will find any funny videos that maybe will help your students learn with enjoy. And you can also use the movies, magazine, or music, or any games. The last strategy, you need to give any feedbacks for your students. Giving feedback, it doesn't mean that you can judge your students. You need to give constructional criticism. For example, one of your students make a mistake in pronunciation. You as a teacher, you need to give constructional criticism. Like, you give an example in a good pronunciation. You can also give them any suggestion. For example, watch any Western movies or listening any Western music to improve their pronunciation skill. 3 learning strategies can help teachers to gain students' motivation, especially the most of vocational high school students who are not interested in learning English, to be interested in learning English. So let's join me to give them any motivation to learn English using 3 learning strategies, which are make English materials practical and make your class become fun. And the third one, give them any feedback in terms of help them to prepare their bright future. And John Dewey said that educational is not preparation of life, but education is life itself. Thank you.